Did you miss us? Did you forget who we are? Welcome back to Schrodinger's podcast, or live stream, or whatever we're going to call it. We've made it. We've made it after what seems like forever, both between episodes and since we started this whole thing. We are episode 100, ladies and gentlemen, of Prep Talk Live. I think if we were a TV show, we qualify for syndication now. I think that is the thing we've got.
We have to do like seasons, like where they anticipate season 4, season 5 and stuff. But it was definitely tricky over like Thanksgiving and like this month's been crazy. But yeah, we made it work out. So Sutton's here.
Oh my goodness!
I'm all buttoned up though, so I'm good for.
Oh my goodness! Yes. So for everybody who's new here, I don't know who's new here, but if you are, I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. Joining me as always is TUP the Urban Prepper. We've been gone for a while. TUP, what's up? How are you? How are things?
Doing good. Just wrapping up the year. Finishing up some shopping, and I've been working on some videos, so that's feeling good. See if I still know how to film and all that stuff, and have some new things to share with people. And so yeah, all in all, it's going pretty good. Doing some more reorganization stuff, and all in all, yeah, pretty good. Does the Suttons have the link, or is she gonna?
I don't know. Okay, so wait. Here's the deal. If we can give it to Sutton Days, we can always do that. We had talked about what we wanted to do for the 100.
Yeah, and then it got to the point. Let's just get on the air.
We were like, just hit the freaking button at some point here.
And go. That's the hardest part.
Yes. So Sutton Days, if you would like to join us, we would love to have you. Let me know, and I will send you the link. I feel like the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, I don't even know what's been going on. We've had illnesses, we've had tonsillectomies, we've had holidays, we've had so it seems like that.
Well, and like next week, the next 2 weeks are also kind of tricky too, because is it like one Christmas Eve and then the other is like New Year's Eve or something like that?
I think so too. Yeah. So I think
tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are gonna let next week and the week after go. Everyone
hit 2025 with the ground running.
Yes, I think the goal is 2025. We will be back. I'm actually taking like a couple of weeks off, which is like the first time I've done that in I don't know how many years. So I'm actually going to try to get a bunch of projects done, and one of them is just thinking about what we want to do here.
Cool.
TUP and I are going to chat, I think, over the next couple of weeks and just kind of see what we want 2025 to look like, and then just run on through.
Yeah. I see Sutton's has been cranking out videos. Yeah, she has, but I've been seeing them coming left and right.
Yeah, Sutton's Days cranks out more videos than I think in a day than my entire channel, I think, has ever done. Sutton's Days said she was recovering from surgery. What are we okay? We had no idea.
Yeah. She didn't call me and told me about this.
I mean, I figured she probably did it herself. I mean, she's got all the tools and all the things. I would imagine.
Even though we limped to the finish line, making it 100 episodes, that's a big deal. Getting 100 subscribers is a big deal. And hundreds like that number. And so one way or another, we made it. And I think when we started this, it was more during COVID-y type times. And I think it was a lot easier when we originally did it with the week to week, because we were working from home for the most part. But I know a lot of us are going all over the place. But I think it's been a nice run, and it's still we're still smiling 100 episodes in, and it's still having fun. And while it's hard to get schedules to align, I think it's a big milestone for sure.
Well, and without you buying into this idea, because this was one of those ideas you and I just kind of. I called you and said, "Hey, I have this crazy idea. What do you think?" And you were like, "I love that idea because I just have to show up." And that is ultimately what this has become, which is why when we run into things like colds and surgeries and changes in work schedules and stuff, we don't have episodes banked, to make sure that it goes, every week. We do the best we can, but we did it. We made it.
We're offering it for a really great price too.
Yeah, exactly. We are the least expensive premium podcast that you could even have. But no, and I think the fact that we've had the chat room that happens. I mean, really, I think the
We've made the connections within the preparedness community for Chuck and yeah, all everyone. Pigs
I
fly.
think I think the most disappointing part of us missing weeks is that the chat room doesn't have an opportunity
Yeah,
to
they don't get to talk to each other.
and maybe that's the thing we need to revisit with the Discord, with your
Yeah,
Discord that you had set up, and then you like kind of hand it off
I handed
to
off. They probably banned me. I'm probably
yeah,
blocked now.
exactly, you're blocked.
Yeah,
But maybe maybe we weave that in here. Some I don't know.
yeah,
There's
maybe. Yeah, I
lots of
think that
ideas.
because I know a lot of people do that to help get for promotional purposes. But
Yeah.
how's prepping going on your end?
Uh, Prepping is going well on my end. I'm trying to think. We did a little bit of Black Friday stuff because I was also like I planned on doing Black Friday streams now that we can like screen share and everything else.
Yeah,
I got so sick the day after Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, it was the like top 5 colds I've ever had. The week after, like that whole week and everything else. So I didn't do Black Friday things. I didn't do anything. Um, I got the new I think they're new. The new Baofeng,
oh wow.
the 5RM. These were all over TikTok and all over
How
the
much
place.
how much were they running for?
I want to say they were like 25 or 30 bucks a piece.
Okay, yeah.
They're not like so. They're the new version of I think the H8 or something like that. But they're tri-band. They have a new like LCD screen or LED screen. No, LCD screen. It's like a computer screen. It comes with the connector for your computer to program it.
Nice.
So there's some other features that came with it. I haven't tried it. I haven't programmed it yet. But I thought they looked a little interesting, so I got those.
It's like the
Um,
popular one for preppers because it doesn't break the bank in a way where because oftentimes with all these preps they end up in a backpack and they sit there for multiple years and never get used. And if you had some $400 hand radio, you'd probably be, "Ah, man, that was that. Why did I do that?" But for those ones, it doesn't hurt as bad. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think I have a Yaesu
yeah,
handheld that's a nice one,
those
and
are
then
nice.
I've got my base station that's back over here that I hooked into the bunker system with an actual antenna and the whole thing. So those are kind of the nice ones, and then these are more like okay, we can throw them in every bug out bag, every car. It's
Yeah,
not $300 a piece. If they get destroyed, it's not the end of the world. They do require a ham radio license to transmit. You
yep.
don't need one to listen, um, but you do need one to transmit.
Yeah, I have all of mine. I program. They're basically just scanners. They're like fancy
Yeah,
radios. So like I have a pre-program with all the different stations that are local. Uh, yeah, so it's I think like the one like it because my wife she just turns it on and she could go press buttons and make her way through.
yeah,
But yeah, for mine that's how I use Chirp for that. But
yeah. And I programmed
and
some
that was
other
the Black
ones.
Friday sale. Huh?
Yeah, that was Black Friday sale. I did those prepared hero fire blankets.
Yep,
Have you seen those?
they've been plugging those on TikTok lately all the
Oh
time.
my goodness. So I am a person who, okay, I figure if it's on TikTok and people are talking about it all the time, there is an incentive as to why people are talking about it. It may
Yeah.
not be that they've ever used it. It's just that TikTok is giving them an incentive to try to sell
I've
more.
never used mine. I've had it for years, and I have it in different kits too. But
Yeah. And with the fire stuff, I'm always confused that the concern that it actually won't work. That like it's maybe a Chinese
yeah,
knockoff or something. Like you never know. And so I've been skeptical of like the fireproof pouches and all that sort of stuff.
yeah,
There's a guy on TikTok called Dad Chats, and he has a wife, Mom Chats, on TikTok that they're like an attorney and a teacher or something, and they have all kinds of like family content and things like that. And I've followed them for a couple of years, and they're just normal people, and they had a fire in their kitchen, and they had one of the prepared hero blankets and
nice.
used it, and it to put out the fire and everything else. That to me is more of a credible reference to that than any of the like, hey everybody, you need to get one of these things, and here's the link down below because that's just an affiliate link for that sort of thing. So
Yeah, a lot of over the years, preppers like I don't want to talk ill. What? I don't. I hate seeing us become like infomercial people. Like uh, it's like
Yeah.
where we're on QFC or QVC.
Well, and I think
But yeah,
there's yeah, I think there's like if there's stuff that we find like that we
yeah,
like,
we like and we talk
absolutely.
about it, and we like happy to talk about it.
Yeah, I think there's what's happened now is in a lot of platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok, it's like really easy because of their shopping links.
Yes.
Um, but there will be brands that will then go on, reach out to a bunch of people, or make it an open invitation. Hey, if you want to talk about this, we'll give you an extra affiliate commission or something. And people will make a whole channel about just selling one product, for example.
Yeah. I
Um, and that's not what we're doing.
My TikTok feed has been showing me the fire blankets, and then the Rescue Me seems to be always on there for.
Yeah.
And then I've been seeing Sutton's on there all the time. Every time I'm swiping up, I see Sutton, so it's which is good. So
Wait,
I'm glad
Sutton's
that,
Days is on TikTok?
yeah, I see. I think she's using one of the TikTok generator AI type things that does the subtitles and stuff, and it looks
Yeah.
really good. And I see Sutton's almost daily now. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But
I
are they
I
shutting
didn't
down?
think Sutton's had TikTok.
Well, I think she does. Yeah, she's on there a lot.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
but now is TikTok going to get shut down? Or are they going to stretch that out a little bit? What's the deal? Because now that
Uh
the preppers have finally got a foothold there, and then they're going to take the rug out from us.
yeah, I think I don't know. I keep hearing different stories, different opinions. We know that there are people who are in President-elect Trump's kind of council. I don't think it's a cabinet thing, but one of the guys there is a major shareholder in TikTok. So some people feel like it's not going to get shut down because he wouldn't shut it down because this guy owns the massive majority of it. Also, he used it a lot in his campaign, so he likes it. The problem is that it's a law. It's not an executive order. So you would need Congress to overturn it, or you would need. Sunday said someone hacked her.
Someone hacked her content. So that's not Sutton's Days. That's like
No, that's fake days.
that's fake days. Oh my
Fake
gosh.
days.
Yeah, because I see a lot of that, like even city prepping. Like I see a lot of because he doesn't have a TikTok channel, but I'm like, hey, dude, I watch your videos all the time on TikTok. What do you mean? And someone like took one of his main videos, put it through the AI generator, and it shoots out a bunch of ones.
Yeah.
And he has a
right.
nice soothing voice, so it's TikTok friendly. So.
Yeah,
well, I hope it sticks around because I like that's one of my surf things, and I don't think I've butt dialed anyone lately on TikTok. When I used to do that oftentimes to Amy Fresh, I think would always get some random TikTok.
I enjoyed seeing what you decided to send me randomly at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, me at 3 in the morning because I'm like it's like I'm like sleeping with it. But
yeah, I mean, I would love TikTok to stay around. I think it has been entertaining, and there are a lot of prepping people now that are on it, so there is a really good algorithm.
Like the homesteading and gardening that's pretty popular there too.
Yeah, but I think it is a good lesson in prepping for all of us creators who, okay, some of them went totally in on TikTok and built their entire thing on TikTok. You don't own the platform. The platform can go away. You've got nothing, and that's why. Okay, you got to stay Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, email. Newsletter lists, like all of that sort of stuff. You got to have different options.
Well, yeah, every TikTok should ideally go to a Facebook short and Instagram reel and all that stuff. Yeah, it always feels good though, like when you have those preps like the fire blanket to actually get a chance to use them. So I always get excited, like, and it drives my wife bonkers because I'm like, I'm looking forward to fires. But every time there's a fire, I've been using one of the spray things.
You're just starting them randomly,
I'm like, yeah, I'll hold off on cleaning the barbecue, even though I know it's going to start a grease fire any second. Oh, okay, great, there it is. Now I can use one of my preps.
Did you do any Black Friday shopping?
Yeah, I did. The thing I got, I probably could share some of it. Yeah, well, first off, I got. I met with City Prepping a few weeks. I think it was right before.
I saw on Instagram.
And we went and had a nice romantic dinner. No, we had a nice dinner. Actually, no, I think it was just appetizers. But on the way home, I was driving, and I drive like a by the law, the speed limit.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, I'm not a speeder or anything like that. Anyway, so I'm driving. I'm almost home, and some dude he thinks he has the right of way to turn left, and comes right in front of me, and I almost T-boned this person, and I was able to get around it. And I'm like, man, I don't have the freaking dash cam to show, like, to prove it. And so I
Mm,
immediately, right when I got home, and Black Friday sale, and I got two dash cams and got them in both the cars, and now I feel like, okay, now I have some evidence that shows, like, if something bad were to happen, it's on video. So that was my
that
one
is
of my Black Friday purchases, and then the other one was I was mentioning I've been working on some videos. Like, I have a new urban EDC backpack video that I'm trying to finish. But I picked up the Osmo 3, the DJI Osmo 3, which was awesome.
Did you get it
For
at Costco?
uh, uh, yeah, Costco had a good deal. So
I got it too.
it's again, Costco. We've mentioned you for 100 episodes now, and
Exactly.
we want a 10% discount. Anyway, this thing's like,
I
I
just
had the
want a
Osmo
free hot
2.
dog or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I had the 2, but the 3 is so much better, and, like, to be able to do, like, the portrait videos and stuff is cool. So, and I love this camera because it's so discreet, and like, because I'm working on a couple of videos, like, out and about in the city, and no, it's very discreet. No one knows that I'm filming stuff, so it works out handy for that. But yeah, that was another Black Friday one.
Yeah. Based on your recommendation, I've been watching for that for I
Yeah,
don't know,
and the
probably
2 was
eight
the
months
2
or
is
a year.
cool. The 3 is so awesome, and
Yeah.
everything looks like, I'm thinking, like, man, do I even need to use my normal, like, you know, big old honking cameras like this? Like, I don't think so. But
Yeah, well, I mean, because it does 4K. The other thing that it does is it's a webcam apparently too. Like it can live stream supposedly.
wow,
And
yeah, I mean,
so
it's
I haven't
awesome.
tested that, but yeah, yeah.
Uh,
The
yeah,
joy of
so
Costco.
yeah, Costco does it again. I'm still not happy with Costco's olive oil prices, but I'll live with the
I,
DJI prices.
so I went and looked because I was like, this is insane. Tup has no idea what you are 100% right. I could
It's
not
crazy.
believe how expensive. So then I had to Google like
Olive
why
oil
is
costs more than your handheld radio.
it's true. It's true. I was like, wow, all right, well, we'll buy olives, but not olive oil. That's not a
Yeah,
thing that's happening. Um,
local
yeah,
prepper, nice. What's up,
we got
boys?
all kinds of people in the building, and by
Right?
building I mean the chat room this evening, which is fantastic. You didn't forget about us.
Yeah.
It's
What
like,
else did I also upgraded my I got toys today, so it's the preps
oh,
for me.
I,
Uh
it is. Someone should make a shirt about that.
yeah, I upgraded my battery for my EDC backpack because I was using more of a thin one. Oop,
Uh huh.
still there? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry. Kind of hung there for a second. Okay, and then I got one of these big old brick ones. Of course, I'm not affiliated with Anchor. I just like their product. But this one over here has been awesome for me. It powers my MacBook, powers all my devices. Has a nice little reading screen for seeing what the percentage is. I forget what the model is on this.
Yeah,
So
I love that one. I
the
love that it
Anchor
shows you
737 power bank.
exactly. It's the size of a plane. It's
Yeah,
why they call it
I mean,
737.
it's like a gold bar. Like, it's not
It
light.
is.
It's probably over a pound and a half, maybe. I don't know, but it's
It's
been awesome.
massive.
Yeah, it's
Um,
massive.
I love that now they put the. So I've got that one, and then I've got the smaller, like the half size version of that, and then they make a quarter size version of that.
Ooh,
But it has the like time to charge. So it's got the
yes,
amount of time
and
left to expel, and then the amount of time it's going to take to charge
it's
based on how you plug it in.
from my understanding, I haven't tested it out yet, but it supports pass through charging, which is like the big thing that Anchor hasn't been
Mm-hmm.
doing, for where I could be charging this and charging other devices at the same time. I think that's what I read. So I haven't actually. I'm still on the first charge on this thing, so it's been working really well. So,
Well, I will have to test that out because pass through charging, yeah, is a thing that
yeah,
is super
I
important.
had to go through a competitor to get a battery bank that actually has pass through charging, and now I don't have to with this Anchor, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I had some Anchor ones that actually plug into the wall, and then it's like if you had a battery pack, and then
Yeah.
you flipped out the plug and plugged it in, and then it's got the ports, and so you can use it as like a putting a cable in
Oh,
plug
that's a
outlet,
good
but it
idea.
also charges the pack, so then you can take it with you like on a trip, and you don't need the adapter and a power bank in the core. You just need that thing.
All my
Um,
I'm pretty I need to get some Anchor some t-shirts and underwear and stuff. So because I have I use it for everything. All my cables are Anchor. All my wall adapters are Anchor. All my
Yeah.
car chargers are Anchor. Uh, and I've bought every single one of them. I've never gotten a free Anchor. So that's how I think they're awesome. And they're
Yeah.
the only one. There's only one of them that doesn't work well for me, and that's the one that has that magnetic charging one that goes in the back of phones.
Oh, I love those.
They're awesome, but I got a message like 2 weeks ago that they had a recall on the one that I had, and I was
So
working
you
on
got to
it.
look at the actual serial number,
Okay,
because it. So I bought a bunch of them.
I got a message saying that the one that I have it's been recalled.
Yes,
And
and I got
oh well, there goes that video.
yeah. So I got that message, and then when you read a little bit, like you click the link or whatever, it's like, okay, it's these certain batches that were sold by this company over this period of time, but it was only like, I don't know, whatever the number of batches.
I still might be okay.
Yeah, so there's a little form. You click on the link of the email or whatever it was that was the recall, and it'll say type in your serial number, and you type in the serial number of the pack, and it'll tell you if that one is recalled or not. If it was, then it'll tell you how to get a new one or a refund or whatever.
If it hadn't have been for that recall, I wouldn't have got this nice brick of a charger. So
it works out.
Yeah, everything come full circle.
Yeah, but those MagSafe ones that attach, like those
they're so convenient. But I was super bummed when I got the recall message. But it, everything works out at the end.
Yeah, there was 2 different versions too, and we had both versions, but all the ones that we had bought were fun. Yeah. So check the thing.
There's an olive orchard near me. The oil is so good. Oh, that's awesome. There's no olive orchards in the Northwest, I don't think.
Yeah, although we do have an olive oil like tasting room thing in it's around Portland. I don't know if it's in Lake Oswego or if it's in Dundee, which is like wine country. But there is like a place that they make olive oil, and so you can go and like taste different types of olive oil if you want to. So the next time you come down to Portland, bring a mortgage payment and you can taste some olive oil.
It's like, I mean, you couldn't use olive oil for French fries like at McDonald's because it costs like $3,000. Like for, I know everyone's like, oh, I don't want the seed oils, but man, with the olive oil price, I don't know how it makes sense.
Well, yeah. Also, I don't know that you would want McDonald's French fries to taste like olive oil. I mean, olive oil has like a very distinct flavor.
That's true. Yeah,
I feel like it's more for specific cooking things, but like, yeah, you can't get like big bulk. Or maybe we can look into that.
Yeah, can you get it in bulk? I'm sure Sutton's figured it out at some farm somewhere, and she gets it by the like Heisenberg with methylamine or whatever. Sorry, I'm just imagining Sutton's days doing the Heisenberg train heist where he got the methylamine, but instead she's getting olive oil and putting water back into the tank.
That 100% sounds like a Sutton's Days heist.
Yeah, that's
right
there. That's a Sutton's Days heist.
Yeah. We got a new. I'm very excited to go check it out. We haven't done it yet. It opened 4 days ago. A new U.S. I think it's Chef Source, Restaurant Source. It used to be like cash and carry,
it's like, then it was Smart Foods, and now it's Chef Source.
Exactly. And so we've had one in our area, but it was like 10 or 15 minutes away from our house, so we never really went unless it was like something very specific. Now there's one that's like 4 blocks from our house. So I'm very excited to go and check it out and see what kind of food prep things, as well as like they have that kind of commercial platters and storage containers and things like that. So I'm getting very, very interested to see kind of what they have and if there's prepping opportunities there at a reasonable price.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't had to do a whole bunch of. I mean, I wrote down like on my Scrum board over there, like a video talk. Like prepping is kind of boring. Like it's supposed to, like this, like all the stuff that we're prepping. It's not the most exciting things in the world. Maybe it's exciting to us, but like all the stuff I'm working on is like kind of boring stuff. Like, do I really need to make a video about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about some of that stuff with like, especially like, I don't know, with the live streaming and stuff like that. Of like, okay, do you make a video about it, or do you just like turn on a camera while you're doing it and chat and
Yeah, and that's
do it?
what. Yeah, I mean, anyone can make a. Well, now, like, yeah, a couple years from now, all the videos will probably be AI generated. But like talking
Yeah,
about this, like in this freestyle, like maybe that's what you do on those kind of topics. But
yeah,
I was doing something where I was like, "Oh, should I make a video about this?" And then I was just like, no, this is way too boring. Like this, and then I was thinking like, well, prepping in general is kind of, for the most part, most of it's boring. But it's only when you do an EDC backpack or something if you get some cool stuff. But most of it's like organizing and getting extra chicken and getting that's a watching
yeah.
lettuce grow.
Watching this go. Um, yeah, I think there's also like I'm thinking about that with like the paper preps kind of series that I wanted to do of like, okay, is that better as more of a live stream and a discussion, or is that actually like a video series? And I think I may just do it as like a live stream, mostly because like the amount of time it takes to edit videos now versus like the prevalence of people just having these kind of conversational uh, videos. I think I almost feel like it's the same
Yeah. I saw Daniel Taylor said, FYI, Canadian prepper warns the world is ending soon. Okay, good. It's good to know.
now. Oh, hold on. I'm glad I was
Is that
sitting down.
true?
Here's my question: how many times has he said it was going to end during this episode of this podcast? Like how many times during the stream have we gotten the notification that it's going to end?
Yeah. My mother-in-law has gone full. I don't know if she's full prepper, but she's like full like into some of those type of videos, and like she's asking me, "What do you know? What do you know about this? What do you know about that?" Uh, so, and so she has it like she casts it on her big screen TV, and it's all like, and she has a big playlist, and it's all doom zoom stuff. So
Oh
uh,
my
sh-
goodness.
that's the gateway into prepping. So,
That is, yeah. It's the fear that generates
yeah, well,
the interest and optimism.
when I first got into prepping, it was the fear of like it was like 2008, 9, like recession type stuff, and that it's something I think usually uh, for a lot of people, I think they get into prepping through a fear type thing. They're afraid
Yeah,
of job loss, or they're afraid of the Mayan calendar, or aliens in New Jersey, or something like that. And but that usually, hopefully, they get into prepping, and once we get them in, then we could lead them to the normal preppers.
yeah. Tinfoil is for leftovers. It's not a fashion accessory.
Yeah.
Um, that is not a thing. Let me see. Yeah, pigs fly. Yes, I definitely think I will do some sort of a video shopping at that store. The shopping videos tend to do really well. Of like when we're wandering around stores and being like, "Hey, here's
Yeah.
stuff." So I think I may do a little more of those. But I will go do it at that store as well.
Nice.
Um, yeah, let's see
So I'm
what else.
taking a look at some of the other comments.
Yeah, exactly. We have to see what's happening in the chat because again, we are just here to facilitate the chat. That's the only thing. Um,
Another store. Talk about olive oil, jugs of olive oil. Blah blah blah.
so one thing I was thinking about, and I put it as kind of the name of
Oh, family holiday. Yeah.
yeah. So I find, and I found this for a few years, that like obviously during the holidays, usually you are interacting with family that you may or may not see on a regular basis. And it kind of provides an opportunity to kind of touch base with them about, you don't want to like Christmas dinner shouldn't be just talking about prepping for the apocalypse. Like that's not the plan. But I feel like it's a good opportunity to be like during we were cleaning up from Thanksgiving and talking about the Garmin radios that we have for our whole family. And I was just talking and mentioning, hey, by the way, there's a new plan, so we need to do updates, FYI. But just talking about some of that sort of stuff that pertains to the family. Is that a thing that you ever kind of run into where you're like, okay, hey, families together, instead of having a separate conversation or trying to find a special time or something, like, hey, let's talk about whatever is happening prepping wise.
Uh, honestly, never.
I love that you just burst out laughing. Like it was just like
We've
yes,
never talked.
100%. No.
Never have done that ever. Uh, yeah, usually like on get-togethers, you want to. It's more of this the small talk type stuff and the more socializing and less anything serious or strategic or anything like that. Maybe there's some families like that that do that, but not mine.
Yeah. Um, yeah. We didn't do. I mean, yeah. It's a. I think it's an interesting. I think it's
Actually,
also.
they would probably tell me to shut up if I brought it up.
So I think the other thing too for us, which is this year has been very emotional, very rough, all the sorts of things. But there has been a lot of kind of, hey, the only thing you can really like plan for is death and that sort of thing, which is not to be a big downer, but like um, that has been a thing that at a lot of kind of family gathering things has kind of brought that topic up of like, okay, what are the plans? What are that, those sorts of things? Which, granted, I understand that doesn't, you don't usually have a year where like you have two major deaths within 12 months of each other. But it has definitely put, at least for our family, a lot of times when we're meeting up or whatever, like there are conversations and that's kind of more top of mind than it usually is.
Yeah, I don't. Most of every time I talk about prepping, it's on like a one-on-one type thing. I never do like group talk
Mm-hmm.
for that kind of thing. But yeah, I
You should
guess
have a PowerPoint.
yeah, I probably should. I think I do. uh, uh, yeah, yeah, we've been through a few memorials this year too, and yeah, that is kind of one of those not the it's not the most exciting preparedness type video to do, but it's like probably one of the more important preparedness things to do. So it's probably one I need to do better at from on our end too. But
All right. Well, I'll do it. This is going to be remarkably boring and depressing. I'll take that.
yes,
Yeah, I'll do that one. Be
way
like,
to
hey
way to
guys.
way to shift this to the doom zone like that.
Yeah. I feel like it's gone full circle. You were
Yeah,
in the Doom Zoom. This came up.
I retired. Yeah,
It was out of the Doom Zoom and into the bright and the fun and all of the things. So now we'll just end 100 on just
yeah,
dour, depressing.
yeah. And
Um,
I like Pig's Fly's comment here. The use of winter weather as a way. Yeah, totally. Like that's like a good gateway topic for people.
yes, 100%. Especially because like everybody, like there's snow, there's rain, there's uh,
Did
we've
you
even had stuff with
did you have a
like
ton of wind today?
we didn't have a ton of wind today. We had a bunch of wind yesterday.
It was crazy to this morning. I woke up like at 5 a.m. because
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were under attack because of how windy it was, and it was just like oh my gosh, it's on. Where's my bug out bag? And it was just it was incredibly windy. And,
What weaponry did you think they were using so that the wind made it seem like we were under attack?
I don't know. I thought it was like
I'm just curious.
some nuke or something that was crushing the air. Like got got Vancouver or something. I don't know, but
I, that would
it
make
was
sense.
just everything was shaking like on the windows in the
Oh,
bedroom and so
yeah. No, we did not. We had it the last couple of days. We didn't have it today. But we've had a lot of like with the kids going to new schools and now having like extracurricular activities which they didn't have at their previous school, and pickups and oh hey we might be 10 minutes late because of traffic or something like that. The phones, the extra gloves, the extra snacks, like some of that sort of stuff has kind of been preparedness stuff for them
yeah.
and keeping track of it for us.
I think for first aid type stuff is usually a good gateway conversation to like because I've been working on our improving. I have some here, but I've been improving my first aid kits and beefing them up a little bit, and because my wife's she oftentimes I have a nicely prepared kit in the car and it somehow goes missing. I don't want to point fingers, but I might have to put like air tags in all of my kits now just
Mm-hmm.
to keep track of them. Uh,
Um,
actually, that might be a good idea.
well, yeah, the air tags. Uh, have you delved into 3D printing yet?
I've been holding off because I'm worried I'm gonna get obsessive about it. Uh,
Okay.
But
that's a thing I've been dabbling with the idea of. I've been dabbling with it for a long time. I keep trying to figure out like which one is the one to get to try or whatever. But
I
there's
have
so many things that I see like people now that you can make with them. I'm like, I feel like this is that like thing on Star Trek where like you just tell it what you want and it just makes it for
yeah, it's we're getting there, and then once it makes like Snickers bars and stuff, then I'm full all in on it. But
you. Which plastic filament do you use to make this?
yes.
Is it
But yeah, I have some ideas on stuff that I've wanted to do, but I've been hesitant to because I know I'd probably obsess about it and like just do 3D printing for more hours than what my family would care for me to.
uh, I saw a guy on I don't remember if it was TikTok or YouTube, but he was making he had come up with a kit. It was like a tool bag, but it was a kit with like all types of like screws, washers, bolts, fuses, like all of the little knick-knack things that you would use or you might need to fix something.
Yeah.
And he had like 3 or 4 of these like cases of them. And I was almost kind of wondering if there's a way, just like we take like the Wikipedia download and put it on your phone so that you have Wikipedia forever. If there was a
Ooh,
way, like a
good
collection
thinking.
of those plans that you could get
Yes,
to 3D print.
that's a great idea. Yet another great idea.
Our this channel could be amazing if we had
Man,
the time to actually do any of the things we come up with.
if we just like said the stuff, fed it to AI, it created all this for us, and then the next time we'd show off our 3D printed hex bits and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That might be an interesting. Okay, that's another interesting thing.
One of the things I've always wanted to do, and it's like on these Silcock keys, like it's like the prepper favorite tool. I've never had to use one in an
Hold on,
emergency.
it's the prepper favorite tool because you brought it to all of our attention.
Well,
No one knew what these things were until you did it.
I do feel like one of
Everyone.
the, if not the original, one of the earlier advocates for them. But
They should just name it the TUP key or something. Like, they should
I like how you think.
I don't think anyone was buying these for 50 years until you brought it up, and now they're like sold out everywhere. It's like
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, there's whole like product lines and stuff. But I've now like they're not the most handy things in the world to carry. I wish they had like bits like a socket type things. Uh, that you could put like in an Altoids kit or something like that, or easily store a little bit easier. I don't understand why it needs to be this big metal honker thing. Like, couldn't you just have it like be yeah, like a bit that attaches to a screwdriver and then figure out the right one to put in?
that is a fantastic idea.
And I was thinking, hey, can you 3D print that?
I don't know because
I think you could.
I don't know how tough you would need
Yeah, you'd need
the
it a little tough,
plastic
but
material to be able to turn the metal, like the torque of the turning. I don't know, but maybe if you use like because there's some metal filaments that you can use for things.
yeah. So
Um,
like, yeah. Anyway, I was going to pull some stuff out, but that's one thing that I'd like to do with like the 3D printing is like to perfect the Silcock key because the little plus, the heavy plus sign is like a little too heavy, but it's still
yeah. Okay, I like that. I also feel like there are people that work with like manufacturers and like their whole business model is to like go on Amazon, find products that sell, look at the comments, figure out what everybody says is missing. Then they like call a factory in China, they have it made with that thing, and then they sell it and make a bunch of money. I feel like if we got a hold of either one of those people or some factory in China, like you could make that.
maybe it's a little new product line.
Or there are a lot of those companies that came out. Remember those little during COVID, they were the little metal hook things. And the idea was you would use them to
Yes,
open doors because you didn't want to touch anything.
that was part of my EDC during the time.
Yes. I still have one in my laptop. Um, but a bunch of those companies were like American metal worker like factories that made
Yeah.
other things, and then they just started making a bunch of those because everybody wanted them and they could sell them. I wonder if there's one of those companies out there that would machine something.
Well, I think these are we've had a couple good ideas in this show, and this is
Yeah,
one of them. I think. Yeah.
I'm waiting for AI to like scan our show transcript, come
Yeah.
up with that.
I
Ugh.
wonder if we could upload every single video we've ever done into AI, have it train it on our jokes and everything, and
Mhm.
see if it does the same number of poop jokes and other type of Costco plugs and stuff that we do.
How many shirt designs does it come up with? How
Yeah.
many? No, 100. That would be really funny. There's also a lot, and I don't know if on your feed I get a ton of AI related stuff, not necessarily AI generated, but AI industry stuff on
Yeah.
my feed on TikTok and stuff.
It's always
There's so many tools.
Yeah, it's always recommended me to like take a month off and to do these different tools for 30 days to become an
Yeah,
expert. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah, so it's very interesting. We are not deep fakes, and that's what we tell everybody so that they don't think we're deep fakes.
Yeah.
Uh,
What are they talking about here? They're talking about AI, complete AI generated
yeah, the
prepper
AI
channels.
generated.
There are a few totally AI prepping channels out there. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And then also they're still talking about kind of like gateway discussions.
Oh, and how many Star Trek related things there are like 3D printers and cell phones and
Yeah.
tablets and all of that sort of stuff. Um,
Cliff wants to
is that
create.
code? I don't know what we're talking. I
Yeah.
I don't understand. Pony girl, I'm confused. Um, also, by the way, have you been watching Yellowstone?
It's on our to-do list. I
Okay,
have the last 2 weeks off, and I think we're gonna start making
okay.
our progress on that.
I don't watch Yellowstone, but I have TikTok,
Yeah.
and TikTok gives me all the spoilers for Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And so I know that your wife has a fascination with Rip.
Rip is
Um,
he's the other guy. He's the other
yeah,
lead.
and so I just whenever that Yellowstone stuff comes on, I think about the Urban Prepper.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a little bit jealous of Rip, but if I don't want to say too much because Rip will take me to the train station and
Yeah, exactly. We learned all about the train station. That
yes.
was holy cow.
Man. I wanted to write some notes on my thing here for these cool ideas because sometimes I forget. So let's see. Uh, What did we say?
The
3D printed silk key. What else was a cool idea that we had?
um, 3D. There was a lot of 3D printing stuff.
I don't want to forget what we just said it.
Uh, so there's the like database of 3D printed objects.
Yes.
There was
Database of 3D printed objects
yeah.
for prepping.
Here it is. We
Clarify
proposed
that.
it. Yeah, exactly. um, yeah. So I think it'll be good. I think the next
I'm gonna
week,
start logging like when we have a good idea. I don't want to forget about it the following week.
yes. Well, I've been looking too at like some of the new automation platforms and things to try to like because we come up with these ideas, but like taking the time to do whatever the thing is to like make it available to everyone. At least for me, like I want it to be of a certain quality before I would give it to anyone. That's why I have a prepping planner that I've created 3 years ago that I still have not actually made downloadable. I just keep paying people to update the calendar on it so that at some point I will send it out to somebody. I don't even know. But I think there's a lot of stuff I've been reading about just the like good is or like perfect is the enemy of good or something like that
That's
where it's like you're so focused on it being perfect that it never actually gets out to be used because good would have been good enough. So I want to try I think next year to get more of this stuff out and usable for people so that
yeah.
they can take advantage of it and it's not they don't have to come and watch our show to figure out the good idea that we had. It's like, okay, hey guys, here's the thing. Let's get it out and usable.
Yep.
It's an
I
idea. I don't know. There's nothing to say.
Like a wealth of stuff is coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Look, we're doing things. There's stuff will happen. ChatGPT will take over the world and replace us all. We had a great time. And in the meantime, we're going to stay on YouTube because that's not getting banned at the moment. So
It says, "Don't let perfect be the enemy of good."
that's what. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Chuck, man, good.
Yeah, Chuck. That's fantastic. So yeah, so I think that'll be the goal. I'm gonna put out just a ton of mediocre stuff, just to be out there.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for my Osmo 3. It's
Yes, I'm waiting. We should do like live streams with the Osmo 3.
that'd be kind of cool. Like we're just walking around with this thing, and it's like perfectly stabilized and
Yeah,
I've always wanted to do like one of these, but like on the go, like in like the city would be fun.
yeah. We should do more like remote, like
Yeah,
where in the Northwest.
We have the technology for this.
We do. Okay, we'll make that a priority for next year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, or we'll do it during Christmas dinner. I think that could also be an option.
My wife will love that. The mediocre prepping podcast.
The mediocre. Look, I understand this is a big night and all this sort of, but like, there's a stream. Like we have to. Like what? How do we not? I don't know. So, all right, everybody.
Are your ideas with the date and episode when time so you remember when? Oh, I didn't put a date and time. I just have a little notepad on my phone where I put ideas for stuff. I should probably timestamp it though for sure.
So I think there is a tool that I got for plugs into YouTube. I don't know if it's tied to ChatGPT or not, but it will actually like go into your channel and download the transcript of the episode, and
Nice.
then so you could kind of create like a log.
Yeah.
Using something like
meeting minutes type thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
All right.
We're at a kind of a good spot here. I think
this is what I keep trying to. I keep trying to be like. I think we're in a good.
Yeah, we're at this good. Spot. We want them wanting more than wanting less. And
also, we've run out of things to say. Let's be clear. It's 5, whatever it is. It's 6:20 on Wednesday before the holidays.
I've been talking to people since 8 a.m. this morning. So.
Yeah, exactly. We are.
You're the last human that I'm going to talk with
yeah, that's good. I hope your wife is watching. I think that's fantastic.
She's texting and asking.
She's like, "Are we done? Are we done yet?" All right, everybody. Well, thanks again. 100 episodes. Thank you for sticking with us. Thanks for humoring us and enjoying our humor and all of the things. And Pigs Fly had mentioned episode ideas. If you have episode ideas for 2025 or things you would like us to consider, we're going to have a couple of weeks here kind of intentionally without a show, but without like stuff going on that's hopefully not sicknesses and all the other stuff. So if there is stuff that you guys come up with, you're like, hey, I'd love to do this or hear about this topic or whatever, leave it in the comments. We will read those. We will work on all of that stuff. And then we will see you probably the first week or two of January with episode 101 on our way to 1,000.
That's great.
It's going to be the Rogan experience.
Like 101 Dalmatians, but
with TUP and Casey. That's the plan. Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Thanks again.